best of 5 today. Oops, I accidentally wrote best of 45. That would be something. I'll show you guys right now. Best of 45 would take a little bit too long for me, personally. You've had audio problems for a long time. Yeah, audio is just a nightmare. It's never consistent. Like you could change no settings and then you go live and it's like, yep, everything's broken. But I think it should be fine today. Just let me know. Spam a bunch of ones in chat if the game sounds okay and the microphone quality sounds as it should. Let's get into the best of 5 OSM in the Power Decal versus Kiileerrz. 1-0 OSM in 5 seconds. I'm still predicting Kiileerrz to win this one though. I'm going to go against the current leader of the series, albeit a very small lead. Very nice flick there from OSM. Wrong foot in Kiileerrz at the very start of the game. Snosbreeze, thanks for gifting a sub to Banana Nana. And Hassel, thanks for the 13-month tier 1. Nate Dog, thanks to the Prime. Gribbly, thanks to the Prime. Thanks as well to Jay Barayan for the 30-month tier 1. Let's see what both players are getting up to today. Looks like they're both going for a similar kickoff strategy, but of course when players do that, when they both try to go big on the outside, whoever's more side onto the ball tends to win it. That's why Kiileerrz came away with the possession there, but he's completely missed it. OSM has missed the open net. He's done it already. He's getting it out of the way. Open shot miss is back once again. He likes to get his open net misses out of the way early on in series. Do we call that a double open net miss though? Because he did technically miss twice. He missed the open net and then he missed the ball. It happens to the best of us. OSM manages to score afterwards anyway on a defended net. He must prefer that by the looks of things. Now Kiileerrz makes sure to play the ball early. Didn't want any chance for OSM to come in and get any touch on the ball there, kind of ruin his possession play early. Fakes the wave dash shot, tries to go low with the 50-50 as well. Couple of mind games there for Kiileerrz, neither really paying off at all. And OSM puts himself 3-1 up. This time he does select the open net under pressure. Subpar HD, how you doing? Thanks to the 9-month Prime. I believe that must be Cole, because Stumpy uses his own account. I think Cole uses his Subbar account. How you doing, Cole? Long time no see. OSM's looking very good at the start of this match. He goes for a mind game off the back of his flip reset as well. Kiileerrz more likely to, I think, go for shots. Oh, that's lovely. Well, that's a bit of a mind game, bit of a wave dash shot to the bottom corner, but it's beautiful. Kiileerrz, I think, more likely to just use his flip than to fake it when he does get these flip resets. I think OSM as well. I don't expect to see too many of those complete mind games. How are you supposed to know which Middle East player, which is a Middle East player if they're not using a Fennec? Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of Octanes popping up in the Middle East scene recently. Ahmad's been using an Octane. TRK's been playing Octane. We've seen Naupo use Octane quite a lot recently. Now Kiileerrz, I think Rawas as well. So a lot of the top players are switching Octane. Senzo's used Octane a lot in the past, so I think Octane might be making a comeback for the Middle East scene, at least in the off-season. That's a great start for OSM. Not the best bounce there, but it's definitely far from the worst as well, and he's done well with it. Kiileerrz manages to block the near post shot, but he's still in a lot of trouble in game 1. As OSM, with midfield possession, is not an easy player to dispossess. He likes to play quite cautiously with a lead. We could see quite a while here without any goals. OSM relinquishes possession with a pinch, darts back to his corner, but he's already going to regret that fact because Kiileerrz scores off another flip reset. This time it's not a flip reset wave dash shot to the bottom corner, it's a flip reset flick to the middle of the goal. Top shelf, 4-3. Glenna, thanks to the 2-month Prime. He says, fellow Scott, I wondered if you knew any up-and-coming Scottish players. Scrub is the only player you know at the moment. Not really, no. There's no Scottish players at the very top tier besides Scrubkilla that I'm aware of. No up-and-comers to keep an eye out for, unfortunately. Scotland is a country with a very rich history for RLCS success. We had Marky Duda, Mystic and Scrubkilla, 2 former world champions, 1 former world championship finalist, and also 3rd place finish in a previous season as well. So for a small country they've done quite well, but it's all in the past now. We need some new young talent. All of the young talent in the UK is from England right now, which is a shame because nobody likes England. Well done from Kiileerrz. What a tight game. He's mixed up his air dribble strategies brilliantly here. 1 flip reset wave dash to the bottom corner, 1 flip reset to the top shelf. Now just a standard air dribble. Expect to see an air dribble bump at some point as well. He can do it all. OSM showing us a bit of variety in the kickoffs with the intentional break at the last second there. Bit of understeer from OSM on that turn. Panic as well afterwards. Kiileerrz is all over him. This could very easily be the lead for Kiileerrz. His offense has been extremely hard to stop, and OSM can't stop this one as well. Simple volley to the top corner will do. OSM did kind of give him a bit of space to play with here. Not a lot of pressure on the ball. You know, I said that we might see a long time without any goals. I was wrong about that fact, because Kiileerrz is scoring with every single possession he gets. Sorry, did I just miss a Jory's message? What did Jory say? Oh, I've got to scroll up here in a second. Hopefully without freezing the screen. Can you do it as well? You want to do a show match as well? But yeah, we might be able to sneak one in there. We'll see what we can do. I'm available at least to stream another one after the Team Liquid boys go at it. Liquid, Atto and Acronic up and at each other's throats on the timeline. We've got that coming up after this one. Thanks to the 18-month tier 1, by the way, and Holy Tears, thanks to the 50-month tier 1. Welcome back to both of you. Joryus, who do you fancy a game against? Who are you calling out these days? Now would be a good time for anyone to play Jack. Not that I think he'd be interested in playing. Oh, look at this from Kiileerrz. He tried to go underneath OSM with the rebound off the ground, but OSM did well to get in the way of that. That was a tricky shot to read and a very difficult one to save. Kiileerrz at the moment just a bit more calm in the midfield. OSM rushing a little bit on a lot of these plays. He is, you know, in a position here where he's got a boost advantage. He doesn't need to be playing for the mid boost. He could just stay on the ball there. Kiileerrz up by 3 with just a minute left on the clock. He's scored 5 consecutive goals now. 8 to make that 8-4. And now 6 consecutive goals. It has really gone wrong for OSM. I think marginally part of it is just to do with Kiileerrz's unstoppable offense. Like I said, he has been super clinical in this matchup. It's a good save from OSM, but he needs a lot more than that this late in the game, and Kiileerrz is not giving him any half chances. But yeah, apart from the Kiileerrz finishing and the Kiileerrz offensive repertoire, the main problem has been OSM's panicked a little bit. He's not feeling too comfortable defensively, and in the midfield against his extremely mechanical young opponent. I don't know if I've actually mentioned on stream. I've talked about it on Rizzo's stream the other day, just briefly, but Kiileerrz's team for RLCS season 2022-23 is confirmed. He will be staying in a team with his twin brother Rawas, and the much anticipated Naupo will be joining up with the pair of them. Oh, hold on a second, we might have a game here. Looked like Kiileerrz would be able to run down the clock pretty simply, but he has lost control of the ball, and OSM just needs a good kickoff possession play here, and he is in with a shot of winning. He goes for another fake kickoff. Kiileerrz got a very important bump onto OSM there. OSM dives in for the shot anyway, makes it work. So Kiileerrz got a bit of a follow-through onto OSM. I don't think he realised just how quickly OSM recovered. Yeah, indeed, he just didn't know that OSM recovered quickly off that bump. And now with 9 seconds left, this is plenty time for OSM to make something happen. Just has to get the ball into his control and in the air. Well, he's somewhat managed to pressure the ball there, but not much more than that. Kiileerrz has the boost, Kiileerrz has the ball, and Kiileerrz has the win. 8-7, it was a lot more tense at the end than it should have been. I think Kiileerrz really threw that one with the attempted wave dash dribble in the midfield for no real reason. He had a 3-goal lead, sorry, and he played a bit of a technical strat that was not needed in that position. He could have just ran down the clock carefully. You've always got to be so careful with OSM and his kickoff strats. He loves to delay his kickoff. He loves to go for that little chip to the side. It's a really simple strategy to implement into your game. If you're struggling against someone in kickoffs, you should try to mix up the timing of your arrival as well as mixing up the direction that you dodge when you reach the ball. They're the two most simple things that you can change. Then, of course, you can start to implement more things like fake kickoffs as well. I mean, none of these strategies, fake kickoffs, delayed kickoffs, they're not that complicated when it comes to execution. Good interception there from OSM on the pinch shot from Kiileerrz. It was on target. OSM catches Kiileerrz early challenge. off guard and open to scoring in game number 2 as well. Kiileerrz trying to hide behind the ball there. He was sneakily approaching. It's a good idea to do that when you try to challenge your opponent, but OSM knew that something was up when he lost sight of his opponent behind the ball. Look at this from Kiileerrz. He will be saving this. And I think he's forced OSM over. He has indeed. It's a small boost pad maneuver from Kiileerrz. Absolutely beautiful. What a play. What a way to turn around a very awkward position into one that is in fact favourable for him. Oh, has OSM managed to sneak one through here? Yes, he has. Well, Kiileerrz didn't expect that one. There's been a couple of plays actually that Kiileerrz has not anticipated from OSM. That was really well done. It needed to be pixel perfect with that shot, and that's exactly what OSM was. Ionic Liger, thanks for the 25-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. I've actually missed. Did Joreuz call anyone out in chat? I don't know if he did. I've been paying attention to the game there because it's quite a tense ending to game number 1. Paintball Packy, thanks to the 49-month tier 1. Why was it so expensive to park in Dallas? Because America, baby. You get charged for everything. Well, you call that Naupo. Is Naupo in the chat, or is that just like a random call out there? Does he just fancy a show match against Naupo? Either is fine. Hagen27, thanks to the 3-month prime as well. Welcome back to the channel. I didn't thank you. Hey, give me a second. I'm getting right to it. Trying to multitask here. Trying to arrange a show match. Joreuz versus someone. Trying to cast a show match. Kiileerrz versus OSM, and also thank subs where I can. Look at the recoveries from Kiileerrz. He is just so composed in these tight-knit quarters. Oh, all of chat called out Naupo for him. Ah, so Joreuz said nothing and chat decided to speak for him. That sounds like a more realistic story. It's a lovely shot from Kiileerrz. He's going to have OSM on the back foot for a while here. OSM actually might break free. That's not a very well timed boost steal from Kiileerrz. He was a bit too early with the shot and he moved to the wrong side after shooting. Look at this for an air dribble bump. I said to watch out for this in game 1. It took a while to arrive, but there it is. The complete air dribble arsenal. He can do absolutely anything in the air, this guy. I definitely want to pay attention to those extended pressure plays. I thought that Kiileerrz would shoot to the top corner where the boost was available to be stolen. That way, even if OSM does make a save, he could just steal the boost and continue attacking. But he made a small mistake. That was to kind of shoot the ball central and give OSM the option of saving either direction. OSM intelligently saved towards the side where there wasn't a boost available to be stolen. And can OSM catch up with the ball after a big challenge? Yes, he can. No open shot miss this time as he slots in the 1-goal lead. That's not the first time that one of these hoppity skippity dribbles from Kiileerrz has failed. He tries to wave dash and fake jump his way up close and personal to OSM's net, and OSM doesn't really react to it. He just waits until Kiileerrz has lost control of the ball, then makes a play. Fake reverse challenge there from Kiileerrz. OSM bites on it, but he kind of had to make a play on the ball anyways. There was no boost available for him to control the possession. Kiileerrz realizes that he's not going to be able to play for that mid boost. Instead, goes for the ball. Nice fake from OSM. Did not give Kiileerrz the 50-50 that you wanted. And he puts himself 2 goals in front again. So similar story to game number 1. OSM first out of the gate. And then a few goals in response from Kiileerrz before OSM extends his lead once again. It was right about this time in game number 1 where Kiileerrz just completely took control, scored 6 goals in a row, and then denied a late comeback from OSM to secure the game 1 win. This could be the start of a similar thing happening in game number 2. Kiileerrz already gained 1 back. That was extremely all in from OSM. What's OSM doing next season? Well, he tweeted at the end of last season that he wants to retire from coaching and become a pro again, or at least try and become a pro. I think he's probably looking for a team still. Haven't heard any other news. Phenomenal boost grab there from OSM. He's got another open net to aim at, and he sinks it. First try, 6-4. Kiileerrz tried everything he could to get back there. A couple of wall dashes, and then a flip to supersonic as well. Yeah, I'll try and get Joy as a show match after Chronic Atto. I'll probably have to check if a Chronic and Atto are available to start early. This one could still finish before the hour. It all depends on whether or not Kiileerrz can mount a comeback and keep the sweep on track. I'm sure that's what he's looking for here. Not that he doesn't rate OSM as a player, I'm sure, but he'll feel with how this match and how this game has gone that he's got a chance to get the sweep today. Phenomenal turn again as Kiileerrz shows dominance in these awkward little close quarters exchanges. Not for the first time today. I think he should stick to this. Oh, you are a Chronic guy? Thanks for letting me know. Not sure if we'll be able to start that one early. You'll have to wait and see what happens to the remainder of this one. Oh, that's phenomenal from OSM. He faked the mid boost grab. As soon as Kiileerrz turns towards it, OSM steals the boost in the back corner instead, but the boost management from Kiileerrz is exceptional. OSM's got to be careful here. Has he been careful? I don't think he has. Kiileerrz, with just enough boost to accelerate past him, ties the game 6-6. That was a bit careless from OSM. I think he underrated Kiileerrz boost management there, underestimated just how much acceleration was available for the Middle Eastern pro. Another back corner boost steal off the kickoff from OSM. Puts him in an advantageous position. Kiileerrz only 7 boosts to his name this time. Brilliant low 50-50. Leaves the net open just for a moment. The shot wasn't hard enough to go into said open net, but Kiileerrz netted himself a possession in the closing 20 seconds of the game. It's another one of those mind game sort of dribbles. This time he trips the ball up and tries to confuse OSM with the air roll approach. I don't like that from Kiileerrz. I would rather that he just plays it simple in these kind of positions. He's looked phenomenal when they get into these awkward low boost, low momentum positions. He looks brilliant when he's free flowing off the wall. But when he's just trying to go straight at OSM with the dribbles, I'm not sure OSM is too uncomfortable. Oh, look at this. OSM has just lifted in a 0-second goal. Well, I didn't think he had that much of a goal to aim at here, but with 0 boost, dribbled over the 12 boost pad and used that to accelerate the ball into the top corner. Brilliant stuff from OSM. Kiileerrz will be a bit disappointed that he's given away. No, of course, any 0-second goal is going to be disappointing, but he'll be disappointed he's given away his 0-second goal to an opponent who didn't have any boost to play with. But OSM's defense much improved in game 2. And off the back of that, he was able to prevent Kiileerrz running up the score like he did in the opening game of the series. Michikatsu951, thanks to the 3-month tier 1. Who's Kiileerrz related to? He's twin brothers with Rawas. He's on the team that many consider, including myself, the second best team in the Middle East at the moment. Himself and Rawas, his twin brother, at the tail end of last season, started to rack up some very impressive tournament results against Falcons and the rest of the Middle East scene. And now they've picked up probably the best player in the Middle East who's not a member of Falcons esports in Naupo. So yeah, that's going to be a team to be reckoned with. I think they can start to fight Falcons for those regionals and definitely do some damage internationally as well. 3rd game in a row, OSM open to scoring. He's calmed down a bit. I think in game 1 he was definitely panicking in a lot of midfield plays, but now he's started to just take his time, trying to play the ball instead of boost when he doesn't have either to play with. And his flicks off the kickoffs that he's won have been so threatening that Kiileerrz actually covered high there. Yeah, Veloce, Falcons, now this, and AM's team. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of teams in Middle East who are, I think, able to do something on a world stage. You know, a lot of people are probably underrating the rest of Middle East at the moment because they didn't have a good world championship, but it's kind of unfortunate for the Middle East because that was the only tournament in the entire year that we saw 2 Middle East, or more than 1 Middle Eastern team playing. Oh dear. Well, Kiileerrz is missing open net as well, and OSM would have been proud of that one. That was definitely on the level of the ones that he missed earlier on, or the one that he kind of double missed earlier on. But yeah, like if you just look at how one region does in one international event like that, then I mean, you could say that South America is terrible as well, because in the fall split, South America's #2 team in the major went 0-3 and Furia went 1-3. So between them, they've won 1 series, lost 6. But we all know that that's not an indication of how strong South America are as a region. That's why, going into the winter major, I and many others still had a lot of hope for South America to perform. And they did perform, and Furia were able to perform well at every other international event they played. Now, you can't judge a team like Veloce, you can't judge a team like O1 Esports off a debut LAN, debut international LAN like that, debut 3's international LAN, I should say. They did play Gamers 8. If you look at what O1 Esports were able to do at Gamers 8, they finished top 8, so that was actually a much better performance from them. And F16 as well, very impressive at Gamers 8. But yeah, a lot of people underrate Middle East right now just because they didn't do well at Worlds. I expect them to do far better at the next LAN. Oh my goodness, what a save from OSM. I think he just got bumped into that one somewhat. Kiileerrz tries to wave dash the ball into position to get a shot off. He will get one now, and eventually scores on a low boost OSM, but that save was something special from OSM. I think he was a beaten man before Kiileerrz connected a small bump onto him, and OSM managed to recover mid-air and pinch the ball off his own post to get the ball to safety. Kiileerrz not to be denied his opening goal though, but OSM's defense continues to improve. We'd love to see more aerial play from Kiileerrz. He's had so much success with his aerials earlier on in the series. We've not seen too many of them as the series has gone on. Again, he goes for the dribble. He could have played for the sidewall there, could have tried to set up an aerial play. Instead, he goes for the dribble, and immediately, as soon as he does get up into the air, he scores. This is what I want to see from this guy. I don't want to see too many dribbles. OSM has looked pretty comfortable defending his dribbles, no matter how tricky they are. And when you've got flip resets and air dribbles like this guy, why would you not try and do them when you've got the option to do so? Make a beeline for that sidewall, get up into the air. That's, I think, his best chance to put OSM on the back foot. Oh, OSM's tried to cover his corner boost there, but he should really be worried about the goal being left wide open. He ended up in a bit of an awkward position there, checked where the goal was, and he just completely underestimated how long it was going to take Kiileerrz to get to the ball. It's all falling apart. OSM kept a clean sheet for almost 3 minutes, and now he's conceded 3 in 30 seconds. Kiileerrz with yet another possession play. Well, he tried to add to his tally, just shoots as he saw OSM slightly off his goal line there. OSM controls the ball nonetheless, and now here he comes for an aerial play of his own. Tries to dunk it underneath Kiileerrz. No such luck. Now OSM fails to seal the back corner boost as well. That's a lovely half flip from Kiileerrz to stay right on top of the play. And away he goes. That'll do for 4-2. OSM has completely fallen apart in the past minute here. It's all gone wrong for him. As long as Kiileerrz sticks to his aerial game, I think he's going to have an advantage in this matchup. He just looks so impressive today. Truly unstoppable. Stays well clear of the threatened back wall demo from OSM. 45 seconds remaining. Still plenty time for OSM to work with, but it's been a while since he scored a goal also in this matchup, and Kiileerrz is not giving him a look at the ball. Into the air we go. Ceiling shot potentially for Kiileerrz. It's a double reset, doesn't make contact after the second one. He wasn't too far off, and the pressure commences once again. Kiileerrz is running out of boost, but he's not overcommitted. Half flips away to the mid. OSM's actually the one who's out of boost. Now he can't keep the ball on top of his car even. The shot is lackluster. That should be game number 3 for Kiileerrz. He'll run down the clock. Yet another aerial play. Plenty of mind games on this one, but OSM does pounce. He's going to have another chance for a late game comeback. This one much harder than the one that he attempted in game number 1. But he's given himself a chance. What will OSM play for? Will it be another delayed kickoff? I think it will. Yes, indeed. And that will keep the ball up, but such a difficult position to play. Kiileerrz has managed to make contact with OSM on quite a few of these kickoff attempts that OSM has made. But even though he doesn't make a second touch on the ball with his own kickoff, he is able to clip OSM, and that really hinders OSM's capabilities after getting the fake kickoff, not the fake kickoff, the delayed kickoff to work, I should say. So, summary of the series so far. It's been an interesting one. Kiileerrz dribbles have, I think, been largely unsuccessful against OSM. OSM very comfortable defending against that aspect of Kiileerrz attack, but when it comes to the aerials, it's a different story. That's where I think Kiileerrz has really shone in this matchup, and I expect him to predominantly attack through that avenue in this game. Missed the boost steal. OSM doesn't have time to go for it, but it is there. Okay, this dribble will work for Kiileerrz. Just waits for OSM to approach him and then stops the 50-50 from going anywhere. OSM dodged from quite a distance into that one, and that of course doesn't give as much momentum to the ball as a dodge from point blank range. And all that momentum was completely nullified by Kiileerrz, who opens the scoring for the first time this series. Yes, I think it's still going to be a goal from OSM. Yes, it is, after one more touch. Kiileerrz managed to slow down the ball after the air dribble bump attempt, but I think it was still going in. OSM didn't want to take any chances and hits it into the bottom corner anyway. Oh yeah, what do you guys think about the latest big rumor that Fury are moving to North America for next season of RLCS? What do you guys think is happening here? Big win there from Kiileerrz. See that he dodges at the very last second. Plenty of follow through to just crush OSM's delayed kickoff. That's the key when you're up against delayed kickoffs. You need to try and dodge into the ball as late as possible. Oh, big mistake from OSM there. He had 100 boost to 0, but he hit the ball clear instead of on net, and that meant that Kiileerrz was just able to run into the corner and grab boost instead of worrying about making a save. He's not too worried about making saves like that. Lands comfortably on the back wall to stay right on top of the ball. Oh my goodness, what a play from Kiileerrz. That is absolutely disgusting. What a move. He made it look like a mind game, but he had intentions to flip into the ball the entire time. Fake the air roll shot from distance. Instead, kind of ground punches it underneath OSM while keeping full control of his car. That's unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen a move exactly like that in 1v1. Kiileerrz made it look like he's done that 1,000 times. You know, I've been critical of his little wave dash and mind games that he's been playing on the dribbles, but that one worked wonderfully. OSM slots an open net after Kiileerrz loses control. I'll be glad to see the ball didn't bounce up after the initial long shot hit the post. You think it's very annoying one team can come in from another region and steal a spot from a region they aren't from? Well, yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, in League of Legends, there were rules implemented to stop teams from just signing complete Korean and Chinese rosters to come over to North America and dominate the North American players who were not as good. And I'm not trash talking here, this is facts. So League of Legends completely franchised their North American league, and those teams just started to sign entire Korean and Chinese rosters and started to crush the competition. So I believe what happened was they put a limit on how many non-Americans, how many non-North American signings you could make. Same thing happened in Europe to a lesser degree, but yeah, NA, they really had to make a big change. Otherwise, the whole league was going to become international instead of North American. I don't know what would happen in the future for Rocket League. At the moment, I don't think anything will happen. Even though there's been rumors that CRR is going to be joining Complexity, who of course moved to North America after last season. There's been rumors of other European players going to America as well for NA, as well as like the Furia rumor. So I don't think anything's going to be done this season. I think it's too late to make any changes to the rules because roster lock will be in a couple of weeks or something. I don't actually know when roster lock is. I'm just guessing. Has it been announced yet? Has roster lock been announced? I don't think it has. I imagine it'll be soon, based on how many rosters are being confirmed at the moment. has to be soon. Yeah, I don't expect any changes to be made, but who knows? Maybe in the future, if, you know, a whole host of EU teams and a bunch of South American teams move to North America, then a change would be made. Some people have been kind of, I don't know if they're joking or if they're serious, but some people have been saying that NA deserves more major spots because of all these teams who are joining the league. You know, personally, I think that's kind of ridiculous. If NA's really strong enough to deserve more major spots, then they should probably just beat those teams who are coming over to take them. Like, if you can't beat them, then why do you deserve to go international? Anyway, like, if other regions are just coming and beating you in your own region, why would that region deserve more spots? Kinda doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's probably memes. But yeah, most people are correctly identifying that there is a couple of reasons for pros from other regions to be interested in moving to North America. Predominantly, you know, the main reason to want to move from Europe to North America, and again, this isn't trash talk, this is just simply the facts. Like, there's two main reasons. Number one, the European bubble, the European, let's say 12th best team down to 30th best team are a lot better than the North American 12th best team to 30th best team, so you're just going to qualify for all the regionals much more easily if you're in North America compared to Europe, where qualifiers can be extremely stressful and risky. And then the second reason is, of course, money. There's a lot of money in North American organizations because, in my experience, American sponsors don't understand that the rest of the world actually buy their products as well. So American sponsors only sponsor North American teams. They don't realize that, in fact, the viewership statistics are pretty similar for Europe and NA. So some European teams struggle to get sponsors. Oh, that's brilliant. From both players. Kiileerrz with the high flick to the crossbar. OSM quickly recovers to intercept it as well. Looks like Kiileerrz is going to be too strong in this matchup anyway. A couple of very strong challenges there. OSM probably knew something was up when Kiileerrz disappeared behind the ball, but he didn't make a move quickly enough for it to really matter. Oh, that's a good flick from OSM. I think it's in as well. It is. Gonna fight till the bitter end here. He's struggled in this matchup today, but he's made it more than competitive. And he's got a long time left in the game. No need to go for any cheeky kickoff strategies just yet. Plays it standard, runs into the back corner for the boost grab. I think he's gonna be there. Yes, he is. To intercept Kiileerrz on the approach. And with that trip, he's given himself a great chance to tie the game here. Kiileerrz having to manage his boost. He won't get a good landing off that save. Indeed, he does land on the inside of the post, and here comes OSM again. Pops to the top corner. Kiileerrz circling around the box, trying to grab some small pads. And that just left him completely out of position to make a save as OSM lifted the ball over him. Great initial shot there for OSM. What a difference it can make when your opponent lands inside the goal like that. You've got time to grab the boost, turn around, shoot again. And now here he comes in the closing seconds of game number 4. Can he send us to an ace match? Can he send us to game number 5? Not like that, unfortunately. Lands a bit too underneath the ball with the flip reset. Kiileerrz will try again to get the kickoff under his control, but it's OSM's to play with. Knocks it into his back corner. This time shoots early. That looks like it might have been a mistake from both players, actually. OSM shooting early. Kiileerrz nearly lost control. Now he shoots early to the top corner. Tries to rebound, but sends the ball into the middle. OSM shoots on target. That's the end of game 4. A flurry of opportunities for Kiileerrz at the end of the game. None of them go in. And OSM takes it. Well. I didn't expect that to be how this game would be ending. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought Kiileerrz would probably ice it up. He had more control in the closing stages of this game. He kind of panicked there. After, I think, shooting to the top corner, he correctly read that OSM wouldn't anticipate a rebound. But was it a rebound that was safe to go for? I don't know if it was. I mean, even for a player of Kiileerrz's incredible standard, that might have been a bit too tricky. And I guess I gotta be right back just very quickly. I've heard my doorbell, but I'll be back in a second here for the rest of game number 5. Okay. I came in just in time to see the replay of that one. That was a pretty good opening goal for OSM. Well. A car change from Kiileerrz as well. He's gone for the Fennec with the content creator decal. Love to see it. Wheat F, thanks to the 9-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Just realized I don't have any water. I should really get a glass of water after this game. Somebody remind me. Remind me after this match is over to go get a glass of water so I don't starve over here. Oh, great moves from OSM. Perfect flick. As soon as Kiileerrz turned to challenge. And a finish to match it as well. That's not an easy play to make. Well done from OSM. To flick that ball over the top of the defender into a position he can catch up to. Very impressive stuff. Now Kiileerrz forced to make the adaptation on his kickoff strategy. He goes for the complete fake, and that shows that he's starting to respect OSM's kickoff a lot in the closing stages of this match. It's been a very interesting kickoff battle. It started off with goals from both players. Now we're seeing less when it comes to goals, but definitely a lot of strong possession plays. Kiileerrz hovering midair. Oh, what a play. He's managed to get ahead of OSM on the breakaway after making a double save in one move. Start this Knox, thanks to the 7-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. It's a perfect first touch for OSM. Second touch, less impressive. Kiileerrz darting away once again, shrugs off the bump and takes the lead by 1. I don't know how he managed to shrug off this bump from OSM. OSM looked like he tripped him there. That'll be a frustrating one for OSM to concede. In those positions, you always expect a bit more of a contact when you're the player trying to bump your opponent, and when they just shrug it off like it's nothing, it can be very annoying to then watch the ball roll into your net afterwards. Kiileerrz so comfortable defending the near post like this, confident in his defensive air dribbles. OSM trying to demo him there by cutting the corner, but just a bit too far behind. A lot of distance for OSM to play with here, but no flip to use. Kiileerrz just swipes the ball away from him. This time OSM is able to get the demo with the shorter route around the corner there. He's managed to force Kiileerrz not to land outside the net, but to land on upside down on his back wall there. So that's a small victory there for OSM. Kiileerrz unable to keep control of the situation. OSM commences his attack once again from the back corner, fires immediately with the shot. Oh, great composure. He missed the initial one. It wasn't an easy open net to be shooting, but he really placed that downward bounce very well into the bottom corner. What a great matchup this has turned out to be. OSM said that he wanted to challenge everybody at the moment. He's back on his ones game, and it shows today. He's been forced to really elevate every aspect of his game by the mechanical wizard that he's up against. But he's starting to win the mind game war. Slow play from OSM completely confuses Kiileerrz in point blank range, and boy have his flicks been accurate from that kind of distance. Just look at how OSM manages to control the majority of the kickoffs. If it's not in his possession, it's in a position that he can grab boosts and then contest. Oh, he's missed the boost though. Kiileerrz is going to go right through him here. OSM deflects the ball wide, but that could be pretty costly to have missed that boost in the back corner. Luckily for him, OSM's able to get back and get in the way of the following attack from Kiileerrz. And that time he does make the close range bump stick, as Kiileerrz look to take control of the ball. Kiileerrz trying to run around his opponent there, get the ball to bounce off the sidewall into a place he can catch up with, but OSM's the quicker of the two players to it. Great control. He looks in a fifth goal. Kiileerrz motionless after the fact. He just pauses, not really sure what to do. You can see that every time Kiileerrz does challenge from these kind of positions, he makes sure to put his car behind the ball so that OSM can't see him coming. But OSM started to, I think even at the start of the game, he's had a great read on that if Kiileerrz is hiding behind the ball, he's probably challenging, so you better make a move. And it's not the most difficult move to make, it never is. You just have to get the ball up into the air nice and early. Kiileerrz does the exact same thing here. As soon as OSM turned to challenge, Kiileerrz lofted it over his head. Great bounce off the post as well. Didn't go inside and across the goal line. 1 goal separates the two players. Wave dash recovery kickoff from Kiileerrz. OSM vacates the mid boost. That's giving Kiileerrz a chance to shoot early. OSM saves pretty easily that time. Kiileerrz again trying to hide behind the ball, but only so he can then fake a challenge. As again, OSM, as soon as Kiileerrz hides behind the ball, OSM moves the ball. He starts to flick it. He starts to get it up and over his opponent's attempted challenge. So Kiileerrz going to an additional level there, faking a challenge while his car was completely obscured from OSM's vision. What a move from Kiileerrz. Using a similar kind of wall recovery to the one TRK popularized at Gamers 8 to get away from a potential demo from OSM, who again flicks the ball early. And even though he's not getting goals out of this is fine for OSM. It's less fine now that he's lost control of his car for a few seconds, but these early flicks are getting a lot done for him. Kiileerrz tries to muscle it through, and he does to tie the game. Well, OSM nearly did enough there. It was a good try. Kiileerrz just too strong. A bit high on the challenge from OSM. He was afraid of the flick. Kiileerrz caught up to it after getting it past him to squash it into the bottom corner. OSM trying to deflect the ball to the back corner. He does so with a pre-flip. Perfect control. He's got a lot of work to do to get control of that ball after the takeoff, though. His second touch wasn't all that good. Kiileerrz has used all of his boost, and he doesn't get a lot done with it. OSM, with hardly any time left, plays for the air double bump. Kiileerrz makes the save. And what a huge shot that is. OSM's going to keep this up, surely. No, he's actually going to drop it into the ground after missing the boost grab. Overtime, game 5, 1 goal to win it all. Kiileerrz going to have the first chance at it, but OSM's right there next to him. Doesn't have a lot of boost to play with. And he makes one touch on the ball before getting back into his corner to grab some. Kiileerrz with a big bounce dribble. Fakes a shot. OSM gets a touch. 16 seconds into OT. It's Kiileerrz who's had the better chances. Won the kickoff. And now finally, OSM gets a chance to look at the ball, but he's got nobody to play with. Kiileerrz just shoots it. OSM lost it as soon as he got a chance to take control. And just like that, Kiileerrz wins the series. Oh, it's a blunder from OSM. It's a bit of a shame because he did so well there to survive into a position that he could work with, but he tried to get a glancing blow on the ball as he left the midfield there, and he completely missed it. Kiileerrz takes it. GG's. Well played by both. And yeah, what was I thinking? Saying maybe we could start Atto a Chronic early. Ridiculous idea. OSM and Kiileerrz go the full distance.